No, I got in the Air Force. I always wanted to fly airplanes. I don't know why. I just was kind of attracted to aviation. Of course, Top Gun. I mean, it's badass. I had the F-14 Tomcat, like little toy that you could throw in and had the machine gun sound. That was like the coolest thing. And growing up, I don't know. I went to the Air Force Academy when we were out in Colorado for a visit. I was like, this is so cool. And at the time, like, oh, they probably got a runway and they're training fighter pilots there. Like even you're 12, 11, like that's what you think. I don't know. And then apparently I didn't research enough because I got there when I was 18. I said, there's no fighter. No, I didn't. What got me to so I always wanted to serve. I don't know. There was some stupid thing in my, like, I don't know. You watch war movies, like I want to die for my country. I don't know if that's a stupid thing.
No, I think it's like, you're just like motivated.
It's just motivated. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, patriotic.
Yeah.
Something, I don't want to say nostalgic is the right word, but there's just something I wanted to go serve in some way or form. And I didn't know how to do that. And part of it was on me, like, who am I asking the right questions? You know, the recruiters come in. I mean, you know what the Marines do, but you don't know what the Marines do. Army, like everyone's got their stereotypes, but within each one of those services, everyone has something that's incredibly important to bring to a fight. Of course, but again, when I was 16, 17, 18, I wasn't thinking about that so much. It was like, oh, I'm going to fly. I got an opportunity to play football at the Air Force Academy. So I was like, all right, I get to play sports in college. I get to do the military thing, and maybe I can get a pretty guaranteed pilot slot. Well, while I was there, I found out, I couldn't fly because I'm too freaking tall.
So when you went, how was life then getting into the Air Force Academy? I mean, is that like West Point or per se, or like Annapolis?
Exactly. Air Force is the best. So Air Force Academy, no.
So we're the best.
No, I mean, they kicked our ass in football when I was there, unfortunately. And they're continuing to do so. There's a you have to have a nomination through a congressional rep. The process needs to start a lot earlier than it does for a normal college. I don't know. It's been 20 plus years since I've done this, but you might be able to start at, your senior year, start looking at schools or applying. It's much different now. I know people start looking at colleges now, like 9th, 10th grade, and as for the academy, you got to start a little earlier because there's a lot of momentum to get the nominations and get all that stuff flowing.
And like checking into the Air Force Academy like that, like what's that life like? I'm enlisted, so like I can't imagine doing like 4 years of boot camp or guys that go West Point. I was talking, I know it's not, but it's like I was talking to Preston Stewart and Tyler Merritt. They were out of West Point, and they're like that first year's like it's just intense. It's like a whole thing, you have your little hazing rituals. They're not crazy, but I don't know. Like for me, I was just like doing a whole year of that. And then, I prefer my boot camp and then just get it all done.
It's nothing different. I mean, so in your E1, E2, you're still getting hazed. I mean, so you're not in basic training mode, but you're still getting hazed in some form or function. Yeah. Right.
To an extent, but you just got like weekends off and I don't know.
So that's what it's like. I mean, so you go through basic training and it's 6-8 weeks, something like that we did. So the thing is you graduate high school and then 2 weeks later you go to basic training at the academy. And then, but then that whole freshman year, the 4-degree year, they call it, it's just, it's a little bit of hazing here and there, if you will. I mean, it's not hazing. So I got to correct myself. But, again, every year, for it doesn't matter whether, when did you go to basic training?
2005.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went in 2005. The guy that went 5 years before you, his basic training was harder. That's always, it's harder when I went, no matter what, it's always that frame of reference. So it's it's the same thing, I guess at the academy, but you go through the basic training and then you have your 4-degree year where, you got to do facing movements and you got to, have a certain number of chews with your food and stuff like that. And, I don't know, it's stupid stuff like that, but it's the stuff I tell my kids and my wife, and she's like, why? What? what is the point of that?
Amanda's seen the boot camp ones. And she's like, why are they so mean? Yeah. I'm like, well, it's boot camp. It's just 3 months. It's 12 weeks. But it's funny. We laugh at it. But yeah, she's like, why are they so mean? Like, let them eat.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's kind of it. I'm a skinny dude. I was, and I tried to gain some weight going to the academy, and I lost like 40 pounds, 30 pounds in basic training. So I was like, all right, I actually have some muscle on my body, and then it all gets lost. I was 210 pounds coming out of basic or something like that. So
really?
I'm 6'8", so wasn't a lot. So I was a rail. And then trying to go play football, man, I was like, I'm emaciated.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah.
Anyways, so it was, but yeah, so that freshman year goes through, and then you have like a recognition, they call it, which is like your hell week or whatever. I think it was like 3-4 days or something like that. And then you get recognized as a 4 degree, and then you have some liberties and stuff like that. Yeah. And even as a 4 degree, you can leave on the weekend. There's passes and stuff like that. So it's not like you're restricted to base in perpetuity.
Yeah. I just know Air Force life is awesome. Like, I never talk shit on the Air Force. Like, people are like, what do you, I was like, I love the Air Force. I was like, if I wouldn't say I would redo it again, but I've thought about in past, I'm like, man, Air Force was pretty sweet.
So it's like grass is greener. I say the same thing. Yeah. I wish I would have been a Marine. Seriously. Gosh, I mean, I think everyone's maybe, envious. I mean, I see what Marines are, and serving with Marines as close as I had the opportunity to, just utmost respect. But I think the coolest thing is, and I had a buddy I went to school with, he went in the Air Force, and then he became a SEAL. And talked to him a few years later, and he's telling us stories about his training and stuff like that. And your jaw's on the ground, just hearing like the stuff that he's talking about. It's really cool. And it's like, man, you're just a badass. Like, how did you do it? He's like, everyone has their thing. Everyone is contributing in some way. Whether you're in the military, you're doing admin work, or whether you say something more broad, like I'm in the Air Force or in the Marines or in the Army, Navy. Everyone is bringing something to the fight, and everyone is doing something that is contributing. And I know that sounds cliche, but he's right. I mean, the same person that wants to be a SEAL, on the front end, the tip of the spear, or someone's like, man, I really like doing paperwork. Everybody someone needs to do that.
Yep.
Everyone's doing something. It's like, that's your thing. Like, just do your thing and do it really, really well and excel. Just be a master of your craft, right? Is what it comes down to.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I agree with you. I mean, I had buddies like that, especially Marine Corps is real heavy on that too, like Marine Corps pride.
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome. And so they're just like, so guys that are not infantry, or the pogues, we like to say, it's like, but they love it. I had buddies that were just, dude, I was like, I know it's not anything sexy or high speed, but I just love doing like the manifestation, or I think, what was he doing? It was something to do with like IT, and he's just like, oh, I love it. And I'm like, dude, yeah, man. Like, and he loves the Marine Corps, he loves the saluting and the, you know what I mean? Like that lifestyle. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, dude, love it. I'm not a fan, but but I'm like, happy you are, like I couldn't wait to get out, but I have a lot of pride as a Marine as well. But like, but I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, continue on.
That's what I love about that's what I love about the Marines. And that's what, that's one thing the Air Force just doesn't have that, because they recruit a different type of person. Good, bad, or otherwise. It's not better or anything like that, just a different type of person. I'll give you a good example. So you go to an Air Force football game, and like when Navy comes and West Point comes, they're loud, they're rowdy, they're singing their fight song or their the Army song and the Navy song. And then we do a third verse at the end of the game, which is like the refrain, if you will. And the Air Force is pretty solemn. It's a good thing. It's kind of over reflective, but the Navy does it, and they're talking about drink to the foam, and it's fun. And they're just much more rowdy. The Air Force Academy is like they bring their physics books to the game, and they're studying. It's just a different type. I'm not saying guys in the Naval Academy aren't studying hard, but it's a different it's a different mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, man, I picked the wrong freaking service, but here I am. But the Air Force has been really, really good to me.
Yeah.
No regrets. It's the same thing. You have no regrets. But would you would you say to 18-year-old Ethan Nagel?
No, God, no.
Would you do something different?
No.